Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Well, welcome back in downtown Macon. A lot of sunshine out there for us. It's a chilly day, though. A lot of our wind chills are in the low to mid 30s or mid to upper 30s at this time. Radar is quiet. We could see rain again later this week, but we'll have a little bit of time before that happens. Here's a recap of what we got over the weekend, though. Namely, of course, that was Saturday, and that was during the day as well as overnight. Wet spot looking like southern Houston County and into parts of Macon County. You see Perry at 1.5 inches, but it looks like there are areas in Houston County that did reach 2 inches, as well as, Montezuma just below that. But a good chunk of us, again, more than 1 inch. And this is what we continue to want to see to help with our drought conditions. All right. So those are steadily improving. Still a lot of work to do in regards to that. Got down to 31 this morning, so it's a little bit below freezing. 47 our high today. So both those are below the average by a good bit, especially in terms of the high. That is almost 20 below the average for this time of year, especially when you think about the fact that we literally set a new record high on Friday. But as you can see through this evening, it is going to be cold. I anticipate that we are going to be seeing temperatures to around freezing by midnight and down to the mid-20s around the region. So good idea to drip those faucets overnight so don't have any pipes bursting. Also, pets, small plants, bring those in from outdoors as well. Larger plants, you can cover them up or spray them with a little bit of water. But as you can see here, it's going to be a cold start. This will be the coldest night we have this week, and today's the coldest day we have. So tomorrow afternoon is actually be a little bit nicer, and the big reason for that is we're going to see the wind direction begin to finally shift. It's out of the northwest right now. We'll stay that way tonight, but by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, that wind's going to start to shift from out of the southwest. So highs tomorrow mid-50s, very similar to yesterday, but without the bite of those bitterly cold winds out of the northwest. So it should be a little bit nicer. Clouds are going to be back by Wednesday. Might be a little bit of fog out the door, but just in the afternoon, a lot of cloud cover, perhaps a couple breaks in those clouds once you get past lunchtime. Temperatures upper 60s, lower 70s. So we're going to continue to get warmer. And here is the next frontal system. We anticipate some shower chances during the day on Thursday, and then heavier rain with some thunderstorm activity overnight. You see how it's a bit of a stationary front. Those tend to be big-time rainmakers, which will continue to help with those drought conditions. As you continue to move through tonight, though, it is cold, as mentioned, by midnight, around freezing. Down in the mid-20s as we roll into the beginning of your Tuesday. So make sure you've got that winter gear ready to go. It will be a little nicer tomorrow afternoon, though. Around the highs from today as we go into lunchtime and then into the mid to upper 50s in the afternoon. Again, with that wind shifting direction to the southwest, that's going to help things start getting warmer. Now, that wind should be pretty calm overnight tomorrow night as this cloud cover filters in. And notice how we have some of that fog looking possible to start our Wednesday off. That should lift in the late morning. And then you see there's still a lot of clouds, but there is some sun that gets through, which will encourage the warmest spots to push up towards 70 degrees. I'll have your extended forecast coming up in just 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. Now, I talked about last week how pollen levels are going to be beginning to start to rise. The trees like the sun after a good rain, but it's a little chilly out there to get the new week started. We get our next opportunity for rain Thursday night into Friday morning. Notice there's a lot of sun and warmth after that. We could actually begin to see, as everybody calls it, the pollening over this coming weekend.